Welcome to Business Foresight. This is the Expert Corner. Due to public demand, John Kinuthia, Chairman and CEO, Chief Executive, Strategies and Solutions, is back on the Expert Corner. Welcome, brother.
Thank you very much.
Once again.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Asante.
Karibu. Now today, John, let's look at technology and its role in business. Walk us through.
When I was a systems engineer in the 90s, technology was a support function in a business. It was overhead. Technology was a different sort of line within the business that cost the business money, but was not client-facing, it wasn't mission-critical, it wasn't primary to the business. Today, technology is everything. And there's been a huge transition from when technology was just an IT shop, hidden somewhere in the basement of the building, to where technology is central today. Most of your customers are technology savvy. Most of them will find you online. Most of them will Google or in any other way go to an internet browser to find your business. Many of them will engage in e-commerce with you. Technology is right at the heart of business. Most businesses today have an online platform. Most of them have a smartphone or mobile application platform. And most of them have sort of a mobile sort of ready application. So today's business is transacted through technology. And of course, the back office that supports business today is fundamentally and primarily focused by technology, brought together by technology. Technology is right at the heart of it. So a business person, a business owner, a business entrepreneur, a commercial corporate business cannot do without technology. Indeed, a business entrepreneur or a businessman or woman cannot function in today's society without technology. They have to be technology savvy.
Speaking of technology, what kind of technology are we looking at here?
Very good question. So today's technology is diverse. From the big stuff that blows your mind, like the Internet of Things, big data and all that, to the everyday common use technology, which is your smartphone. A phone that is capable. In fact, a lot of people think a smartphone is a phone. There's nothing that is a phone anymore about a smartphone. The analog phones used to be phones. Today it's a computer. It's a mini computer that processes calls and data like any other computer. So today's technology, you're looking at your smartphone. You're looking at devices that people use like iPads, iPods, which are used for music. You're looking at smart gadgets, basically, that people use on a day-to-day basis. So technology is in three formats, really. You have the business technology, which is your personal computer, which a lot of people today are using the laptop or some sort of tablet or some sort of mini supercomputer device at the office. There's a second level, which is consumer technology, which again goes all the way from your smartphone to your music device, be it an iPod or some other music device, to the smart tablets and other related like an iPad, which people use, and then to your everyday gadgets that people will engage in different places, your point of sale systems and all that. All of that kind of, they span the space between consumer and business technology. And then there's on the consumer side, there's the individual technology that people use, which is, again, you'll see a lot of young people today with the headset, earphones and all that. They're listening to music on some sort of device. People are listening to football matches on their phones. So technology encompasses all those smart digital devices on which business is conducted today and upon which people rely for day-to-day activities on a daily basis. From your computer in the office and the servers, the back end, the back office that drives that, and we could talk all the way to data centers and terabytes worth of data being stored somewhere and transacted on a day-to-day basis. Think of yourself as a bank. For you to make a simple bank transaction, There's that heavy back office part with the servers exchanging information.
Yes.
There's ATM machines, which again are a front end to that back office transaction. Think of computers in the business where you go in front of a retailer cashier and they type into a keyboard and they have an interface. And then think of yourself doing mobile banking, for example. Think of yourself going to an application and typing in your PIN. Think of yourself going to an ATM, removing money. Think of yourself going online. So all these things encompass technology being used in business and in the personal lives of people. So it's a very wide term.
So now how do we get our bosses to embrace technology? Because we are aware of the fact that we are not all of us are young.
Yes.
We have our fathers, our grandfathers,
yes,
who are still managers,
yes,
and CEO,
yes,
in certain companies.
Yes.
We want them to embrace technology. How
yes.
do we get them to embrace this particular technology?
That's an excellent question. So that question can be answered in three parts. The first one, a lot of executives today, irrespective of generational gap or age, have embraced technology and are very happy to use it once they use it. The second part of the question sort of encompasses a business culture. How do we get executives in a business? Traditionally, and even up to today, one of the biggest challenges in business, which I speak to in conferences and all that, is aligning technology with the business. Getting the executives to understand what goes on in the technology world, and then getting the techies to understand the business side of things and to articulate technology projects in business terms. So that, from a corporate perspective, is its own challenge. And then the third one is, it applies really to everybody, irrespective of age. There are young people today who may not be as technology savvy as their counterparts. There are people in business today who may be technology savvy, but they're only using it on a personal basis. When it comes to business, some people don't trust technology. There are things like cloud today, where you have to put your data somewhere up there in the cloud, and there are cultural issues. I mean, from the biggest, one of my clients was the #1 company rated by the Global Fortune 1000 system in the world. And you still find in a lot of businesses today, there are cultural sort of limitations or cultural sensitivities, or even cultural hesitations. As a business culture, we have not adapted one technology or the other. The #1 and best way to help somebody embrace technology is to show them the benefits of it. All right. So again, it is regardless of age. Go and ask them, how do you get your money from the bank? I use the bank as a classic example. They say, oh, I have to drive from here to the nearest branch or the nearest ATM. How much time does it take for you to do that? Oh, it takes me about 25 minutes, assuming no traffic. No traffic, yes. And how do you get there? I drive a car. Okay, so that car needs fuel. So there's a cost. There's in terms of fuel. There's a cost in terms of time. There's a cost in terms of effort, and a lot else that goes into that. What if I told you could still do a lot of those transactions you conduct in the same with the same bank, but using technology? So you actually demonstrate. You can actually go online and type the web address of that bank, log into internet banking, and transact your transaction there. You can go to your smartphone and download the app and show them the app for the bank and how you can wire money from one person to the other, check your balance, send money to your mobile money platform, M-Pesa, or whatever it is that you use, Airtel Money. And then you can also go to your actual phone and do the phone banking, which is simple, star that hash, right? And when that code brings up a menu, walk through the menu and show them the ease of that. So that's one way, demonstrate the benefits, like many other things. Number two, demonstrate how it saves on those resources they are wasting, the time, the money, the fuel, and all that. Demonstrate how that works. And then number three, help them along with that. Now, from a corporate perspective, it's a much harder discussion because in today's world, there are things like cybersecurity concerns. In today's world, people are very protective of their data for proprietary reasons. So you have to demonstrate to the board and your executive management that there are still ways they can still keep their data safe, they can still abide by privacy laws and make sure that the data is safe somewhere, and there's a way to overcome cybersecurity. Now, the onus is on the person selling this to the organization, whether it's at the executive level, the chief information officer, whether it is somebody tasked with that particular task of, for example, cybersecurity experts within the business. It's for you to make a business case and say, we will save much more money, we will be able to better secure our assets and yet have the flexibility to do business, which means you still have to sell it. So today's mobile-enabled business environment is a totally different perspective from what it was in the 90s. So companies, it's a two-way street. You have to demonstrate the benefits. You have to tell them how you will manage the risks. You have to tell them how to mitigate those negative aspects that may make them feel not comfortable going to to such a platform. Now, in terms of cloud technology and all that, the best way to get a company or a business to adopt such technology is what we call hybrid cloud, which means you can tell the business for your proprietary data, for your sensitive customer data that you don't feel comfortable lying somewhere on that cloud, we'll have a solution where it lies on local devices for a start, and then on the things where you feel some flexibility, we can put them on the cloud, see how that happens. Or you can walk them through how the cloud is secure today, the risks of being on the cloud, and then make a business case based on the pros and the cons. Now, for the category of people who they're technology savvy, but they don't feel that applies to their business world, the best way to do that is demonstrate how many more customers they can reach, the business benefits of using technology, how quickly they can engage their customers. Get them to imagine a scenario where their customers are unhappy with them. They go online on Twitter, on Facebook, on social media of every kind and start talking negative things about the company. One, will you know when they're talking about your company, whether for better or for worse? You need to know so that if it's for better, you capitalize on that for your marketing, for your public relations, for your business uses. And then if it's negative, you arrest it on the spot, you listen to your customers, you address the problem, come up with a solution, and then communicate back to them to shut down that conversation, not necessarily shutting it down, but to tone it down or to address it with a solution. Let them know here is a solution. So we need to be more real-time in addressing those kinds of customer concerns. Not just that, how do you market your product to as many people as possible? Many people forget that business today is still by word of mouth. You talk to somebody, they have a good experience, they talk to their brother, their sisters, their spouse, their employer, everybody they meet to. If they're unhappy, they talk a lot more, and research shows that there's nothing more dangerous than an unhappy customer, especially women. They're known to blog a lot, and they'll really say it. Now, women are also your best brand ambassadors when they're happy about your product. But whether it's them who do it more or men who do it less, at the end of the day, you need to engage your customers. They need to be your ambassadors. And one way or the other, they are talking about you and your business and your product. The question is, are they talking positively or negatively? And you need to be part of that conversation. You need to be part of that conversation in good enough time to get the feel of it, to participate in it, and to give valuable feedback. If there's a problem, to fix it. If you're doing well, to receive the feedback and keep on improving.